stand before the Maiden's altar again and ask Lack what you need to do here. Lack explains that Laddie couldn't become a maiden because of a problem in her heart. How would you even begin to solve a problem in someone's heart, you wonder, scratching your head in thought? Just as Lack begins to cast a mysterious spell. As if responding to the spell, the altar begins to glow. Now, go into the light, Lack commands. You do as you're told, having no choice but to obey the self-proclaimed spirit. When you come to, you realize that you must have fainted after being swallowed by the light. You're in the spirit spire, or at least you're supposed to be. What happened, you ask Lack? Go outside and you'll see, it replies. Once outside, you find yourselves in the heart's domain, the birthplace of human emotions. But is it light or darkness at its core? You stand in awe of the world before you. It's entirely black, as if someone took a brush and filled it from corner to corner with dark paint. This is Laddie's heart's domain, Lack says. Lack explains that it's a dream world created by her. You can't believe that this is what's inside Laddie. Sweet, kind. Laddie's gaze falls to the floor. Perhaps in shock, Lack points south of the spire. Whatever, since Lack seems to know the lay of the land, you decide that following its advice is for the best. Oh, this place is seriously weird, huh? A shadow suddenly appears. It gazes at you with eerie yellow eyes and is cloaked in a hostile aura. You have no choice but to fight. And fight. Magnificent. The shadow vanishes, but you can't shake the feeling that those final words were spoken in a girl's voice. Anxietown is shaped entirely by Laddie's woes. As such, even the most beautiful blossoms in the village have their thorns. Congrats. Magnificent. The woman sighs deeply. When you ask her what's wrong, She laments that she can't find the right word. How can I explain my feelings for him? She ponders aloud. Pure like flower, the woman begins, then suddenly looks nauseated. She contorts in pain as she spits something out. It's a flower bulb, one as big as your fist. Okay, what in the world happened here? The woman writhes in agony as she continues to vomit out flower bulbs. And fight. And fight. You see a boy searching for something in the bushes. He tells you that he thinks the feline is hiding somewhere in the village, but seems distraught that he hasn't found it yet. I doubt it's, you begin to say, but stop when you feel Laddie pull on your sleeve. You think it's a great idea, but the boy immediately shoots you down. My cat's afraid of heights, he says. Near a flower bed, he repeats, then suddenly bursts into tears. As the boy cries, you realize that what pours down his cheeks aren't tears, but what appear to be flower seeds. For reasons you can't explain, what appear to be flower seeds pour from the boy's eyes instead of tears. And fight. Don't hold back. The man sighs deeply. When you ask him what's wrong, he laments that he doesn't know what gift will help him win a certain woman's favor. Hyde would know all about words like that, Phila remarks. The man immediately presses Hyde for advice. It's a rare sight to see the attendant get so flustered. For some reason, the man's expression immediately contorts into one of fear. Suddenly, the man lets out a pained scream and collapses. You see blood-red petals stuffed into his mouth. Something seems amiss with the village. After speaking with the villagers, you realize they all live in fear of flowers. Perhaps there's something about the flower beds you're missing. Beautiful flowers are in full bloom, though they seem no different than ordinary blossoms to you. The villagers obviously fear them. Laddie cautiously approaches, trembling with every step when a disquieting voice rings out just as a shockwave hits you. That's a heart scar, Lack shouts. No doubt, referring to the ominous light suddenly surrounding the flower. It appears to be what's eating away at this world. We have to close it, Phila says. You couldn't agree more, and reach out to touch the scar. A giant shadow appears. Its yellow eyes glare at you, and you draw your weapon as if to deflect that narrowed gaze. Hope you win. Magnificent. magnificent. Oh hey, don't worry. Their coffin... Teamwork makes the dream work. Within the shadow's final words, you sense something. Laddie was born to be a maiden and was prepared to devote herself entirely to the Isle. But her lack of aptitude for the role disappointed everyone in the village. Ever since, bitterness over her shortcomings has festered within the confines of her heart. The shadow vanishes, and you decide to try and heal the heart scar. You look to Lack for assistance, but it immediately dashes your hopes. Wish I could help you, but it's beyond my powers to fix, it exclaims. This is the reason you brought the Azure Maiden with you to this world. The relic must be the key. Lack nods, and Fila holds the Maiden's relic up to the heart scar. You heal the heart scar, restoring the village to its proper self. Your mission fulfilled, you decide to return to the world you came from. You see other areas painted black in the distance and wonder if there may yet be other heart scars. Lack says that you'll need permission from Laddie to explore those places. Laddie looks puzzled. Apparently, not even she knows what's going on inside her heart. Lack's strange chant. Once again, it seems this altar is the bridge connecting the real world and the heart's domain. You make it safely back to the real world, but can barely wrap your heads around your surreal Laddie is fast asleep. You can only imagine how spiritually exhausting it must have been for her to be forced to have a change of heart like that. What an adventure, Fila exclaims. Apparently thrilled to have had such a strange experience before you thank the Azure Maiden for letting you borrow her precious relic. While doing so, you realize that Laddie will also have to do the ritual someday. You ask Fila if it would be possible for you to attend the Maiden's ritual. She seems unsure at first, but eventually agrees to let you come. Fight him off. I'm back, Fila exclaims cheerfully to the unsurprised gazes of her fellow villagers. Hyde suggests that you get some rest before the ritual, so you head to the inn. That night at the inn, you get to thinking about the ritual. It's a right to protect the island, one passed down through generations of maidens. If Laddie be Laddie, paying you no mind, gobbles down her food, occasionally choking on bread. Well, sweet dreams. Fila and Hyde await you outside the inn. They tell you that in order to conduct the ritual, they have to visit the altar where to do so, you must go off the southern shore of the island. A crowd of villagers gathers as your party is about to leave Coveton. A villager hands Fila a talisman shaped like a fish. He says that it contains a spell to help you along the way to the altar and a wish for the ritual success. The villagers shower Fila with warm words of encouragement. It appears the free-spirited maiden's smile has uplifted the villagers' hearts. Thank you for always watching over me, she says, with the same bright smile as always. When you arrive at the shore, Hyde speaks. Now we go underwater. Hyde explains that the talisman the townspeople gave them contains magic that allows you to breathe underwater. Hyde explains that the temple where the ritual is carried out is underwater. Hyde sees that you still have your doubts. Let me show you instead, he says, then activates the magic talisman. Come on, follow me, Fila exclaims cheerfully. She and Hyde both dive underwater. Laddie looks at the water apprehensively, and you can see her pondering her ability to swim. Before she can drown in self-doubt, though. Stop, we'll drown, Lack shouts. But you pay it no mind. Life seems to be one odd experience after the next lately. Though you're underwater, you can breathe. You inhale deeply, but Laddie stares in wide-eyed wonder at the colorful coral reef and myriad fish swimming about. You find the seabed temple resting quietly at the bottom of the ocean. It's now a peaceful haven for sea creatures. From the window, you can see the few rays of sunlight that reach the sea floor, undulate despite being submerged. The temple is filled with air. You can't help but, in her ever-cheerful way, Fila explains that this is where Azure Maidens undertake the Let's get going, she exclaims. Hyde watches as she leads the way, concern apparent in his eyes. A crystal is carved into the stela. And fight. A temple is carved into the stela. The stela is shaped like the azure spirit, guardian of the isle. A fish is carved into the stela. Show 'em what you got. The door is sealed tight. The image of a crystal is carved into it. On further inspection, you see words inscribed as well, but they're faint. This must be the trial, Fila murmurs. You decide to look for clues to help her open the door. The image of a crystal and the words, "Touch the stela," are carved into the door. Maybe I have to do it because it's my trial, Fila says, reaching out toward the stela. Fila gently touches the stela, and it releases, but the area remains silent. Let me try again, Fila says. She then panics and replaces her. It appears the stela can be illuminated and darkened by the Azure Maiden's hand. You decide that this isn't the stela you're looking for, and try to find another. You hear a noise in the distance. It's the sound of the crystal door being unlocked. Past the crystal door is yet another door. On this one is a carving of a temple. You hear a noise in the distance. It's the sound of the temple door being unlocked. There's nothing carved into the door, nor is there a keyhole. It appears to be. Upon scanning the area, you see another door. Perhaps it's worth looking into. There's a map carved into the door. Realizing that there is no keyhole, you recognize the pattern from your own map. This is the south aisle, you say. From behind you, you hear a door open. Sounds like we're being invited in, Fila remarks. You all exchange looks before heading toward the noise. Fila gently touches the stela, but you don't hear a door open. There must be some other stela you need to illuminate. When Fila touches the stela, it begins to shake. The maiden steps back, just as the stela transforms into a monster and charges at you. It appears some monsters mimic stela here, Hyde remarks calmly. Despite right, you reply. Then steel yourself as you continue your stela search. The stela is shaped like the azure spirit, guardian of the isle. You can see the following words carved into it. When Fila touches the stela, it transforms into a monster and charges at you. Don't hold back. Fortune favors the bold. The stela glows faintly. Touching Fila touches the stela again, causing the light to dissipate. Don't hold back. And fight. Don't hold back. back. When you do, you hear a distant sound. There's no doubt the door with the map carving has opened. Touching the stela seems to elicit no reaction at all. Fight him off. Magnificent.